So I want to ask you to finish this sentence. The metaverse is?
Living inside a computer.
I'm not a metaverse skeptic. I think I'm more of a metaverse hater.
Okay, fair.
I do believe that the metaverse will lead to a new technology paradigm. Ultimately, all digital activities and some real ones will move into the virtual worlds and the metaverse. To give you some examples of why I believe games are the proto-metaverse, here's some things I brought along. So this is Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It's a game that'll come out in a couple days. And this shows you they've built a digital twin of Amsterdam.
Isn't the metaverse, I mean, for gamers, they're the ones who kind of are naturally attracted to this idea of interacting online, of having, you know, a different character. Isn't that what this is?
Actually, I don't think it is. The reason for that is video games already work well. Video games are great closed systems of value. If you enjoy Call of Duty or World of Warcraft, they're going to keep on being fun for years to come. The metaverse is the idea, at least in my view, that you can start connecting these experiences together. That's a lot less interesting to games companies than it is to, say, sports leagues or fashion brands.
The metaverse is, in your definition?
Today, I'd say, I'm going to get in trouble when I say this, it's a poorly built video game. Like, if I think about video games for years, we've been putting people together in 3D spaces to go and save the world from the invading aliens or conquer the castle. Building a metaverse that looks like a meeting room, I just find that's not where I want to spend most of my time.
You built and sold Oculus to Facebook.
That's right. I started Oculus. I was 19 years old, living in a trailer,
fan of the metaverse.
sold Facebook.
You're a big fan of the metaverse. What is Mark Zuckerberg doing? Give me your opinion of what Mark Zuckerberg is doing with Horizon Worlds in the metaverse. Is it a good product?
Mark Zuckerberg is the #1 virtual reality fan in the entire world. He is putting more money and more time into it than anyone has ever done in history.
Is that money buying us anything worthwhile?
Have you ever had a project car?
A project car?
A project car.
Building?
You're wrenching on the car. You know, you're putting in a turbo.
I've got a 3-year-old. I'm working on like Brio, train tracks right now.
This is the analogy that I would use. Project cars, they often cost more than you think. And you're building something where to you, it's what you envision. And is that worth as much to everybody else as it is to you? Probably not. Are you probably going to spend a lot more money building it than someone who's really, really doing exactly the right thing to do? Yes. So like people say, is Horizon Worlds a good product? I don't think it's a good product. Like it's not fun, it's not good. I think actually most of the people probably on the team would agree that it is not currently a good product. But it's like a project car.
Look, it's kind of pointless ever betting against a broad technology. Obviously at some point someone is going to make something that's going to succeed, and can always be able to tie it back to the metaverse. And so long term, I'm always very bullish on just about every technology. I think the Facebook vision of the metaverse it's so stupid it makes me sad. It accomplishes nothing. The reason it's hard to define is because it's that stupid. It's like this should be like a red flag.
What we think is so interesting is that there's such a clear fork in the road at this moment where you have a group of people who's talking a lot about the future of computing in terms of virtual reality, which, as I mentioned, is a lot like, this vision of living inside a computer. And then there's this whole other group, like us, that are really focused on augmented reality, which is really about harnessing the power of computing while getting it out of the way. Right? And I think we just talk to so many people that feel like computing or even their phones get in the way of enjoying the world around them, and that they want to immerse themselves more in the world around them. They really enjoy reality, and they feel like computing puts a lot of friction in the way of that. And so the promise of augmented reality is to give you all those benefits of computing without a lot of that friction.
We've talked at this conference quite a bit. It won't surprise you about the metaverse. That's not a term you like very much, right? So.
Yeah, we tend not to use that word because for us, that's a big, broad term. But for us, it's next generation storytelling.
I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Evan Spiegel, though. You have to finish this sentence, both of you. The metaverse is?
A word I'll never use.
Craig, the metaverse is?
Yeah, I'm good with that.